Hi guys, I'm Cagney Traveleur, and in this video I play SMITHLEY, a newscaster sent by Fortnite News Network to report live from Delulu. This video gets pretty hilarious, so make sure to watch to the end and like and subscribe. Thanks for watching! Beautiful. That means they are. Now, as much as I like playing Miku, I'm going to try and do something else. Today, instead of being Miku, my name is SMITHLEY, reporting live for Fortnite News Network. Hi Linda, today we're dropping... Hi Linda, yes, today we've dropped onto the Gold Coast, which is a war-torn region. I'm SMITHLEY reporting live for Fortnite News Network. As we drop directly on to the island, we will hope to find some of the locals here who may be able to explain their situation better than I can. For now, as a press member, I cannot have weapons. I am meant to be very unarmed, in order to not pose a threat to any of the local guerrillas fighting here.
Crazy? I was crazy once. They locked me in a room. A rebel in that. That's crazy. Crazy. I was crazy once.
We can hear now a local approaching.
A rebel room. Rats could be crazy. Crazy. I was crazy once. They locked me in a room. A rebel room. Rats could be crazy. Crazy.
Hello there. My name is Smith. I do believe this local may have a bit of a mental capacity. I think we have to, we may have to figure out somebody else to approach. Running away from those clearly under the influence of post-traumatic stress disorder from all of this fighting, we approach this weather station, which also provides balloon cover for the nations of the Gold Coast, or for the people of the Gold Coast. Free transportation is a thing some major Western nations have yet to accomplish, and yet the Gold Coast seems to be pulling ahead here. Evacuations have already taken place across most of the Gold Coast, and that is why, as you see, there are no people around, other than fighters, or would-be fighters. Most of the civilian population has been widely removed from the situation, with minimal casualties reported, which of course is a great victory for human rights. The United Nations has been claiming full responsibility for this event, of course, but it should not be disstated the help from the Gold Coast government themselves. As you see, we are now heading about northwest to a what looks to be a fairly well-sized villa, probably from one of the richer families in the area. Perhaps we may find a local here, and we can ask them if this is their house, and perhaps if we are permitted to stay there. As you can see, we've been working with a lot of local resources to provide, I don't even know what this is. I've put it on, and I do believe that it is a mask of some kind. I'm not exactly sure what having it does entail, of course, but I am very interested to find out. Hello there. As we see, a vehicle has buzzed by us. One of the locals, which has acquired one of the very rare vehicles still left for the Gold Coast citizenry, but they seem not very interested in talking to us at the moment, so we will let them be. We do not want to piss off any of the locals around here. Oh wait, they are coming back. They are coming back now. They seem to be playing some sort of local song. I'm not familiar with it myself, but they do seem to be honking it onto the car's horn. Gold Coast folks are very creative. That's one of the things they're known for. But they're also being known for being very hardy and stealthy fighters. So we do have to watch ourselves here, especially as we approach the gunfire. But it will be very good
oh my God.
content to have on.
Oh my God.
As you can see, a gorilla has just taken down what seems to be a child. This is some very violent happening. very violent happenings here today on the Gold Coast. It does seem to be. It does seem to be. We are under attack now. We are under attack now, Linda. I will be having to move back a little bit. I will be having to move back a little bit. But this is Smithley reporting for Fortnite News Nation. And to be fair, I'm not wearing a press symbol, so they may be actually believing that I am another one of the guerrilla groups in the area, when I am in fact unaffiliated with any of them. We are, of course, watching this violent group that did attempt to attack us a second ago from afar. But if they do come closer, we will, of course, be forced to retreat once again. For now, though, it seems that they are content to be viewed on camera. We are once more being attacked, Linda. These locals seem to be very, very intent on committing war crimes. The war crime, of course, being attacking the press. Harming a member of the press is, of course, considered a war crime by most United Nations. I am, of course, going to have to be forced to use this strange relic I found. As you can see, Linda, we have had to remove ourselves from the situation. They do seem pretty intent.
If you want to leave so bad, there's the door.
No, come here, Rick.
Send me a postcard. Oh yeah.
Yo, I got you.
This.
Yo,
Oh.
Very quiet.
I thought that was my homies.
I got you, Goku. I got you.
Shit.
Nice. Oh, my snowman. Snowman, my snowman.
Oh,
That's
wait,
my
hold on.
snowman.
I'm leaving the party. This is one of my homies.
Alright, sounds good.
I know this guy.
As you can see, one of the kinder groups on this island, Linda, has elected to give us help. And we are still, of course, alive. Very much alive. Luckily, it seems that nobody will be convicted under the Geneva Conventions today, considering they have not, in fact, succeeded with their mission of killing a member of the press. Of course, if they were to, yes, again, that would be a war crime and they would go to The Hague. But I am still very much alive and kicking, Linda, and this is Smithley for Fortnite News Network.
Oh, Couch Day.
Yes, indeed. This is.
Can I help you with this?
I'm Smithley from Fortnite News Network. If you indeed would like to accompany us, then it would be very nice to have a local. Can you speak on the situation that's currently occurring here? I would like to mention, of course. See, the thing is.
Oh, a news reporter. Somebody just killed a news reporter right in front of me. Anyways, I don't know comments. I don't know about y'all.
Hey, Crow's your news reporter?
He killed my nose. Yes, bro. It was good. Why? No! Stop killing my kids! No! No!
This is the same guy who was going crazy. I was crazy once. They locked me in a room, a rubber room with rats, and rats make me crazy.
Oh, I said long ago. No!
Yeah, WI Express.
Yes, you proud creatures!
I don't know what's going on down there. There's people dying over there. I should let you know. At least like 2 people died.
Okay, at least there's still one though. I'm not going inside my kid.
So the issue, of course, is that nobody has a sense of comedy, so they think, of course, that the best thing to do is shoot people with a sense of comedy, which is a huge issue, of course. But the thing is, everybody becomes like the enemy of the server. As soon as a dumb idiot shoots somebody doing a bit, everybody loves the person doing the bit, and then they shoot whoever killed the guy doing the bit. So, SMITHLEY causes retribution wherever he goes. Hello, Linda. Yes, this is SMITHLEY reporting for Fortnite News Network, and today, of course, we are.
Come here.
And of course, we are outside the Gold Coast now, waiting for our bus to land in, so we can review the war-torn area of the Gold Coast. It seems that there are a lot of hustle and bustle around here. We are now dropping. Do I have to keep up with the bit if there's no one around? As we're now landing in with our parachutes, we are now heading towards Sus Studios, which was a movie studio, of course, before the events that have transpired here, in which there's a wide-scale civil war going on in the Gold Coast. And it does seem, however, that most of the civilian populace has been evacuated by United Nations officials, and so it does seem to be that there is no actual threat of civilian casualties here. However, a lot of guerrilla groups are still roaming the area, and we have to be on the lookout for those, of course. But if we can find perhaps a friendly native to talk to and discuss the situation with, we will, of course, be doing that. This is SMITHLEY reporting for Fortnite News Network. Back to you, Linda. Hi, Linda. So I found some magic balloons, Linda, and I'm now flying around. I don't know exactly how the physics on this are working, but it seems to be that the...
Is this like a news report? What is this?
I am SMITHLEY reporting for Fortnite News Network. Can you speak today on the events occurring...
actually sound professional?
Can you speak today, of course, on the events occurring on Gold Coast today?
Let me be part of the news,
Yes,
man.
absolutely. As you can see, I've got my camera here. Can you speak today on the events occurring, the horrible events occurring in the Gold Coast today, where guerrilla groups are fighting en masse? The civilian population, of course, as I said, has seemed to be evacuated from the area. But this does seem to be some sort of older movie studio that perhaps seems to be was in the process of filming something before the events occurred. What exactly do you believe was the catalyst for all these guerrilla groups starting to fight each other? And you can hear, as of course, we have some gunfire in the background as shots are being fired.
Who was the catalyst?
Yes, precisely.
Oh, I'm not sure, bro.
All right. Well, the Gold Coast does not have the greatest of transparency in the government actions. All we know so far is that the government has been complacent with United Nations demands to get civilians out of the area, which is why everything is so... it seems to be left in almost...
It's very chaotic right now.
It seems to be left in almost a paralyzed state.
That's why it's chaotic.
Indeed. Now, it does seem to be that there are a lot of chests. Exactly. Hey, another news media. Yeah, precisely. Hey. Now, it does seem to be, now that we have other competing news sources here, of course, we don't really view competitors as competitors. We view them as friends. We do not have a lot of coverage, of course, of the events. We do not have a lot of coverage of course, on the events occurring in the Gold Coast today. So, any other news media, of course, would be very much welcomed here.
The Gold Coast?
Yes, this is what this place is called. Canonically, by the way. This is actually, the map's called the Gold Coast, so yeah, I'm just rolling with it. Anyway, it does seem to be that the events today have quieted down a little. There, as you said earlier, there were gunfire and shots, but it does seem to be that maybe they've picked up again.
What's happening?
I'm SMITHLEY reporting for Fortnite News Network. Linda, it does seem to be that the events today have quieted down. Of course, there are some gunshots being fired in the background, but it does seem to be that there are no active events occurring. So until then, back to you, Linda. This has been SMITHLEY for Fortnite News Network.
Wow, he sounds so professional. And you got a little camera lady. What the heck is that, bro? Yeah.
Hi, Linda. Yes, we're now leaving Sus Studios. We have now of course, as you look at the side, I've now been able to read and figure out exactly where we are. It does seem to be this is the main location of Sus Studios, which is a popular media company in the Gold Coast. We had a heck of a chase with the locals from earlier, who, well, they weren't shooting at us, so that is a better increase, as we saw earlier. This is the other media person. We are seeming to be, gunfire is being cut upon us, so we are hiding now, Linda, but we are still safe for now. I'm going to poke the camera out so you can see exactly where we're coming from. Yes, a lot of gunfire from up ahead at that villa. It does seem to be a nice villa, perhaps one of the richer families in the Gold Coast. But obviously they're not here right now, as like I said, the population has been largely evacuated. I don't even know who this person is shooting at, but it is providing a rather good soundtrack for, of course, these events. God, I gotta keep my composure.
Okay.
We're going to make sure, of course, to avoid this area, just so that we don't get caught up in stray gunfire, as guerrilla groups do continue to move across the Gold Coast. We are now moving up into the mountainous areas over here in the middle of the Gold Coast. It does seem to be, of course, that there are still a very, very quiet time today. Although there are more gunshots being fired, I will be approaching them, of course, for the sake of transparent media. Now, we will be hiding. We don't know exactly what opinions these guerrilla groups have towards the press. We do not yet know if they are the type willing to commit war crimes, which would be very, very bad, obviously. Which is why we are going to hide behind this rock. It does seem that some sort of advanced technology has put a marker on where I am. I don't know exactly why or how. I don't even know how I lived through that one, Linda, but that's it. It seems to be working, so whatever. Was that a device that automatically makes you dance? What kind of technology has this nation been holding out on the rest of the world for? Why are they even having a guerrilla? Why are they even having a civil war? They're like more advanced than anywhere else in the world. They don't need this. Of course, it does seem that the gunfire has yet again quieted down over here, but there are some people moving around. There are some people now leaving due to heavy rain. Oh, it started up again. It has started up again. We've yet to see exactly who is fighting who yet, but Smithley for Fortnite News Network. Back to you, Linda, of course.
What the fuck are you doing?
Yo, let's meet the news reporter. He's gonna like.
What are you doing?
He's up the mountain. Go up the mountain. Go up the mountain. He'll meet you, bro.
Yes, hi, Linda. It does seem to be that that there are numerous locals now coming up to greet us, and we do want to speak with them, obviously. So hello there. Hello there. Yeah. Yes, this is an associate of mine. I don't know her name, but we are both working for the media.
Yo, get this shit on TV. Get this shit on TV.
No kidding.
Get this shit on TV.
It seems a magic beam of red light has been fired from that house over there at us. It seems that we are involved now in an active gunfight. Of course, as a member of the media, I am completely unarmed, and to shoot at me would, of course, be a war crime under the Geneva Convention. So,
Reporter!
Yes.
Take this gun! Kill them! Kill them all!
I'm not technically supposed to be armed, but it would seem like probably a good idea in these times, as battle does seem to be drawing closer, and I may need to exercise my rights of self-defense. Do we have those here in the Gold Coast? Do we have the rights to self-defense?
Yeah, you actually do. You actually do.
Wonderful. Cool. Yeah, I'm very glad to hear it. Back home in Britain, I barely have my right to free speech anymore, so I'm not really sure what I have. Anyway, it does seem to be that there are peaceful celebrations going on. A lot of healing items, a lot of food being served around, and it does seem to be that we found a very peaceful group here, and of course I'm very excited. Now, Until the next event picks up, Linda, I will be sending the news back to you, of course.
Yo, get a whole intro. What the hell?
Now, Linda, the heavy rainstorms from earlier have caught up with us now, so we are now using what seems to be an advanced trampoline of some kind. This is all very whimsical. I have never been anywhere like this in my life. To escape the advancing rainstorms, which the locals seem to be very afraid of. I assume it may be a cultural tradition, but we definitely do want to keep up with the more peaceful area, the most peaceful group that we found here, so we will be advancing forward with them. This is Smith-Smithley reporting for Fortnite News Network. We seem to be advancing towards, there seems to be some gunfire now, so we will be taking cover, of course, but there seems to be some sort of former factory here that we've advanced upon. Now, like I said earlier, of course, it does seem to be that most of the civilian population has been evacuated due to the current events, the civil war going on in the Gold Coast. It does seem to be that there's a cyber truck rolling down the road. I am very surprised at that. Of course, not many people in the Gold Coast are rich. There does seem to be a fight breaking out here. I will be distancing myself, of course, as to make sure that
cyber trucks here?
people do not mistake me for one of these gorillas.
Reporter, bro.
Thank you for your support.
Yo, come to Javin, come over. Kim K.
Apparently one of these drops, which I don't know where they've been dropped from, perhaps the central government of the Gold Coast, needs 3 people to open this. I am interested to see how this goes. I will
support people in the battle.
I will be taking this weapon for the self-defense, as I mentioned earlier. Does seem to be a better style, a better upgrade from my old one, which was an older model.
Yeah, it's the news, bro.
Now, what would you say, you over there, what would you say caused the current events occurring on the Gold Coast today? There's obviously been a lot of hostilities, a lot of gunfire, a lot of guerrilla groups fighting. Oh, we are now, as we see, there's now been a drive-by from the only people we saw with the cyber truck. We are now retreating backwards in order to distance ourselves from the battle and view from a little bit away. But this is Smith-Smithley reporting for Fortnite News Network, and we are slightly afraid here. The earlier large thunderstorm has been encroaching upon us again, which is very interesting considering that we are in a desert. It seems the weather is very weird in the Gold Coast as well. Like I said, I have never been anywhere like this before in my life, but it does seem to be that the storm does not stop for anything. I've heard it be called the storm by some earlier people. It does seem to be that the Cybertruck from earlier has been commandeered and hijacked by some of the people we know from earlier. So we do seem to have a much more safe basis.
Okay.
The storm now, the large thunderstorm, is now seeming to be encroaching into what seems to be a circle. It's very concerning. It's how it seems to be blocking every one of these guerrilla members in. There's now gunfire yet again being fired, so I am going to back up. I assume I would take my chances with the storm more than I would take my chances with a weapon. Alright, yes, perhaps it would be better to stay behind a rock or some sort. Now, yes, you there, what would you say? Oh, wait, I already asked you. Hold on. Yeah, I recognize you. Hello there. I'm Smith-Smithley from Fortnite News Networks. I'm a member of the press, so I'm not associated with any group here. What would you say? What would you say here caused the conflict, the great conflict that we see today?
Here I am. I was trying to go up.
You know, helping a local get off the ground here.
Thank you. Oh, no.
Shots have now been continuously fired.
They come back. No.
As the storm gets ever closer here, I do believe that we are going to end up having to brave the very, very dangerous areas
of
is
now going to a close, and
the storm.
We will see.
I see.
We will see.
sticking, of course, on the edges, but it does seem to be, Linda, that the storm is going to be inescapable here. There are gunfire being shot rapidly at multiple members here. We have encroached onto a position.
You guys are.
We have encroached onto a position here where we can watch the rest of the fight occur. And it does seem to be that fighting has quieted down here, and a certain group has won here. Let me see. Yes, you there, and you three, you all have won here as the leading faction in the Gold Coast Civil War. I congratulate you. And this has been Smith-Smithley for Fortnite News Network. Thank you for being a part of our program. That's got to be one of the greatest bits I've ever thought up. That has got to be one of the greatest bits I've ever thought up, guys. Oh my god.